Hey everyone, hi! Welcome to Roleplay, the D&D show that how does it go? D&D show that forces my players to roll with it. I have no script. I'm Dan. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going? Kimarie?
Maybe you should write a
welcome.
script.
Maybe. I have it written down, but then I'm like, I'm just gonna go with it. It'll be fun. So, welcome to episode 13, everyone. Lucky 13. Happy that you're here with us again. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get into it. Let's get to talk to our players a little bit. Cal, how you doing? What's up?
Hello.
How are things? Anything new and interesting?
Not really. I'm Cal, and I play Oz. I just want to formally say now, just in case, that I apologize for splitting the party. But hopefully everything will be good. Yeah.
It's all your fault.
It's all my fault.
Just kidding.
Like I said, I think you're the one who's going to encounter more of an issue than we will. I mean, all we get to do is watch someone die. We don't go anywhere by ourselves.
It's up to you. I mean,
optimistic way to look at it.
it's a spectrum, right? Something really really good could happen. Something really bad. Never know. You just have to try it out, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hopefully make it to the City of the Dead again to finally go to that meeting with Nanette and the rest of the Raven Queen followers. So. Yeah.
That's gonna be really interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since that first time you went there was a lot of discovery, and Oz's character kind of changed in a sense. You have more of an understanding, and yeah, I'm curious to see what you're gonna do with it in the future. It's great. Yes. All right. Thank you, Cal. Appreciate it. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Cool. Nice.
Just wondering how this encounter is gonna go with us. With, the dude who's killing all the elves and elf-related people. So.
If it is him, we don't know yet. Maybe.
Yeah. If it is him.
Sure.
So.
No worries. Anything about Krig you wanted to mention? Anything on your mind, or just I'm just gonna see how it goes?
I'm pretty sure I know what he is now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I think you mentioned that last week.
Do you want me to make a guess, or?
No, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not gonna say yes or no yet. I'm not gonna reveal it, but
I'm pretty sure he's a bugbear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
No, it's a good guess. Good guess. No, I love it. All right. Well, thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Hopefully, the whole confrontation with the drow will go well for you guys. We'll see. Hi, Kimarie. How are you?
Hello. I'm
Hello.
Kimarie. I play Miki. I'm also I don't know what that was. I'm also interested.
Okay.
Shut up, Justin.
I thought you were going to say I'm a boy.
Boy, that's right.
Yes.
I should say that every time. Keep it consistent, Kimarie. Yes, I am a boy. I am interested to see how this interaction will go and see where this goes. I'm excited for some combat. And yeah, I'm having a good day. It's gonna be a great stream. Looking forward to doing things. Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Anything else with Mickey that you were thinking? Any guesses on class or race or anything?
I don't think I'm a bard anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm a bard anymore. I think I'm some sort. I even it's so weird. I feel like I'm some sort of spellcaster, but I don't think it's bard anymore. So like sorcerer or wizard.
Okay. It did reveal that none of you are wizards, so that helps.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just sorcerer then. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm
brat.
leaning toward the arcane trickster thing now again.
Oh
For the
man.
rogue?
That is another huge possibility. So yeah, I'm interested to see, but it probably won't be happening for a while. So it's just all guesses still. But I still think I'm a hair and gone. So
I don't know. I think you're a homebrew mix of a rogue and a artificer, because they don't really get access to rogue or like thieves tools, but your ability to change things and stuff like
You
that.
do have these skills on you. You have the stirring stick.
That's true.
So
My
it's
stirring stick. There's just so many interesting components right now, and I'm sure there's so much more. Go ahead, sorry, Justin.
No. I don't want to focus too much on you after all. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel Dan could have made anything. Like, there's feats to learn, proficiencies in thieves' tools and stuff like that. But it's usually rogues. But if you're good at tools, you could also be artificer. That's just my guess. A mix of the two. It could be a home-brew.
Great.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you, Kimarie. Appreciate it. Justin, how are you?
I'm great, and I'll keep it short since I took over her time.
Yeah, thanks.
No.
You're so
No,
welcome.
go ahead. All the time
No.
for you.
I don't want to.
Okay. So we're gonna move on.
I mean, I don't have anything other than look. I got
Okay.
burned again. I love that.
No. Well,
I
mean,
know.
Your character plays with fire all the time, so maybe this is like a.
She doesn't hurt herself.
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
We'll see.
I
Okay.
know. Sponsored by Costco. No, I'm just kidding.
But again,
This is a
first the
good trend.
chrysanthemums are burnt, and now your hand is burnt. Like, what else is burnt at Costco?
It's literally my entire right arm is just eventually going to be like Two-Face's face. I'm going to have a stick for an arm. It's going to be burnt and red and veiny. I can't wait.
Either can I. Okay.
I don't have any other guesses other than what I've said in the past. So
Okay.
I mean, I think it's still too much to guess on. You have given a lot of information, but nothing that I would have concrete. So
That's the
I
goal.
want to just wait. I just want to wait, but I know I'm a spellcaster with a
Yeah.
full range of spells, so that is something.
Definitely. I mean, I will say, like, again, like, if this is your first time watching the show, obviously, my players do not know everything about their characters. So as each episode goes on, I will reveal things, reveal clues, and then they just roll with it. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what the future's going to bring. I already have a lot planned, and a lot I'm keeping close to my chest, because all of you guys are really smart with this game. A lot of you have experience with this game, so that's why I'm trying to keep as much of a mystery as I possibly can. So, and if the audience has any guesses too, feel free to put it in the chat. We appreciate it. But anyways, let's go. Let's roll into tonight's episode of Roll or
Roleplay!
Roar!
There we go.
Role
Okay.
playing.
We're playing. In our last episode, thank you, Craig. Our last episode, our players just completed a quest for the Harpers to gather some intel on the Zentarum. After their mission, Miki wanted to visit the market in the city right before they closed, in the hopes of finding some cheese for their rats. With a low perception, they managed to find a cheese vendor selling poisoned cheese. Luckily, our players didn't get hurt, but managed to scare him so that he would not try to hurt the party again. They did manage to take the poison wheel of flaming cheddar cheese, and Zymina learned that they could purify food and drink as a spell. And basically, she took care of the cheese. While that interaction happened, Zymina caught eye of one of the Dragon Gareth spies, the Drow, perched on top of the roof, and keeping a close eye on Zymina in the process of her quest. Zymina then flaunted a small crimson-red fire coming from her hands, and then the rest of the party asked her if she kind of contributed to the huge crimson fire that happened at Fruin's Brews in their neighborhood.
I didn't.
Zymina was able to lie successfully, and our party does not suspect her at all. With the help of Glarb, our players took the cheese and themselves back to the tavern to have a good night's rest. The next morning, our party was visited by a member of the City Watch by the name of Cadrix. Cadrix was asking the group to see if they had any intel about the fire that happened at Fruin's Brews. Zymina rolled a natural 1 on a deception check, and was immediately caught in a lie. Before Cadrix could really react, Miki sneakily sicked their rats on him to cause a distraction. With the rats sneaking through Cadrix's clothing, he was embarrassedly rolling around on the floor and yelling, trying to get them off. This caused Cadrix to cause a scene in front of his own City Watch partner, and stained the City Watch's reputation, since Cadrix also rolled a net 1. So they canceled each other out. So basically, they had to rehash this interaction to see what's going to happen. So the second City Watch officer carried on the conversation, inquiring about the fire, and Zymina was able to deceive him successfully. After that, Miki and Krig went with Zymina to complete her quest for the Dragon Gareth. Oz split from the party and is en route to visit Faraj at Blackstaff Tower. Zymina gave the stolen handkerchief from the theater and gave it to a tiefling girl in a crate in the dock ward, who later turned out to be a demon and disappeared into flames. JV Nevercott, our party's contact for the Breaking Gareth, was impressed with Zymina and gave her renown in the faction, along with his sack of dragon.
Thanks.
After that,
Vacation.
of course, I had to. After that, the three of them went to complete Krig's quest for the Zentarum by investigating the strange murders of elves and half-elves near a certain tavern at the dock ward. Krig managed to find a drunken elf by the name of Heldar and was following him outside of the tavern for safety. It was then that a drow gunslinger crossed paths with Heldar, held a sword against his throat, pointed a gun at Krig, and said, "Don't you move." That is where we left off on the episode. And just to clarify, everyone, Heldar is not dead yet. The sword is against his throat, and the drow is pointing the gun at Krig, telling him not to move. So, let's take you guys to your map.
Yay.
Yay! And then let me also bring up, I'm going to bring up the drow gunslinger that you see. And pretty much, as I mean, I know you guys all had kind of seen this too, especially when they were in the tavern, but I'm just going to bring it up again. Just for your own record. So here's the drow gunslinger that's keeping Heldar at hostage. Let me know if you guys see that. Yep. Cool. All right. And then I'm also going to bring up Heldar himself and his drunken self.
He's so happy.
Very, very happy. Yes. And very drunk. So, right now, I'm just gonna, let's get into combat, guys. The three, so Miki, Krig, and Zymina, I need you all to roll initiative. Heldar is not going to, actually, Heldar is going to roll for initiative, but good luck to him.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Exactly. All right. And then I have your... Hey.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then Heldar. Heldar got a nat 1. That is so fitting. I love
No!
that. He is so drunk. He doesn't care what
Poor guy,
happens
he
to
doesn't
him.
even know what's happening.
He had some
Too
good
bad.
This is fun.
He has
I
other
mean,
things going on.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start. Krig, what is your initiative, please? What did you roll?
5.
Okay. Miki, what did you roll?
An 11?
Okay.
Better than Krig.
Yes. Zymina, what did you roll?
I'm in the middle with a 9.
Oh,
Okay.
woo.
I'm not invested. We were too busy chatting, Mickey. Like, we didn't know this was gonna happen.
We were chatting. We had a lot to talk about in that 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay. Okay, I'm just getting the order down here. So, you see, the drow gunslinger, pointing his gun at you, Krig, and he is staring you intently and says, "If any of you move, he is going to die right in front of you." The drow gunslinger is first in initiative, so he is holding his turn right now, his action. Next up is Miki.
Oh man, okay.
Enjoy.
Shoot, and I can't really say anything.
I mean, it is up to you if you do want to say anything.
I don't have very long. I only have like 6 seconds to say something, right?
Yeah. Well, what do you plan on saying?
I just want to be just like, sorry.
That's
This
okay.
is me struggling, not Miki struggling. I just want to just be like, we don't mean to cause any trouble. We're just making sure he gets home safely.
Okay.
And then I would
roll-
just like hold my action because I'm
Okay.
just kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen. I don't want to attack.
Okay. What are your now? Are you trying to persuade him in the meantime as your action? Or are you holding?
Yes, I'm trying to persuade him to drop the knife and
Okay.
trust us a little bit.
Roll a persuasion check for me, please.
You betcha.
Thank you.
That's 15.
15, okay. Okay. After you see it, he kind of gives you all an inquisitive look and gives a look at Zymina and starts to lower the blade a little bit. Still keeping it firm, still keeping himself close and still pointing the gun at Krig. But it's looks like that's de-escalated a little bit, but still on guard. I will let all of you know that it is overcast outside. It's kind of foggy. So I mean, you guys can still see with each other, but of course, like there's not a crowd full of people nearby. It's not sunny. It still smells like fish. There's sounds of the waves crashing. That's kind of the situation you guys are in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up is I will say, since you use your action to persuade Mickey, you're probably not going to hold it.
That's
Are
fine.
you going to move at all?
I will go like next to Krig there.
He brings the blade back up again.
No, I can't talk. Can I talk again or no?
What are you planning on saying quickly?
I'm just saying now. Just trying to defend my friend over here.
He's looking more panicked and is pointing the gun at you.
Okay, that's fine. I'd rather point the gun at me. That's fine. I don't care.
And he's looking at between you and Krig right now, just kind of looking to see like what's going to happen. So he's more on guard, but he hasn't slit Hildar's throat.
That's great. Tension's on me. That's fine.
Okay. Next up is Krig. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Zymina. I'm sorry. Zymina.
It's okay. If you want Krig to go first, you can.
If you want to hold your action for something, you can, but...
No. I'm assuming I saw the way the drow looked at me when Miki was speaking, and more... was that what I have gathered more because we were just standing next to each other at the time? Or, like, is he recognizing me for some reason?
Make an insight check. I'm not going to have this as an action. This is just a bonus for you, for your peace of mind.
Thank you for my peace of mind.
You're so welcome.
I'll give you a piece of my mind.
Shut up. 14.
14. Okay, and you're inside. Okay. From what you gathered here, it seemed like it wasn't a form of recognition. It was more of a form of acknowledgement, and wasn't focused on you as a threat. Was focused on Miki and Krig as more of the people that he wanted to threaten with the gun.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah, I would say she's recognizing the back and forth of the blade up and down as Miki is talking and moves closer to Krig, and she kind of just like puts her hands up like this without moving them as if to cast, just putting them up as like a surrender, like she's not threatening, kind of like makes herself seem very relaxed, and looks at the drow and just softly speaks to him. Just, do you really think this is the best time to handle this kind of situation? What would JB think being in this situation? I think we should talk about this without the violence right now.
Are you trying to persuade him?
Yes.
Okay.
Not going to intimidate, not right now.
I will let you know, when you move 5 feet closer, he gets the blade closer and he says, I swear.
Oh, I'm not moving.
Oh, I thought you were. Okay.
No, I never said that.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. This is a tense situation. Okay, we'll just kill him now. No,
okay, well then that's on you, not on me. I moved
Okay.
my hands up in the air as a form of like, as if she's surrendering to make herself look non-threatening.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But I did not move. I said she saw the interaction he had when Miki was the one moving. So she's not going to move at all.
Thank you for clarifying. Could you
You're
roll a
so
persuasion check
welcome.
for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
I'm gonna end up dead because of this.
just because the drow singer isn't pointing a gun at you doesn't mean I can create others that do this.
Now I can screenshot this for you, but I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
On D&D 20 or D&D Beyond. Why did I say D&D 20? Not yet. They're not
That's
coming.
okay, that works. So as you say this, Basically, when you mentioned JB never caught, he slipped his grip a bit. Not like he was trying to, like, intentionally let Heldar go, but he was startled for the fact, especially since you were mentioning that, and I would say Heldar is like around here now.
Okay.
He's like stumbling, walking around.
Oh.
and the Dragon Singer, he's like looking around. Listen, okay? Yeah? You want to play games? I don't know this JB Nevercott. I never know him, okay? Whatever thing you have with this elf, okay? It doesn't concern me. Alright? But I swear to you, if you're going to cause problems, okay? Problems with these type of people that flaunt around and get drunk and indulge and just parade like they're accepted by everyone. If you're going to align with them, we may have a problem. From what you gather, he's pointing Heldar, and for his elven race, he seems to have some sort of disdain for that.
I mean, I don't have a lot to really, like, I know I don't have a lot of time to respond to that either, but if I do, I would also just immediately counter with saying, well, there is such a thing as overindulging in hate as well. So I would be very careful on which line you tend to cross. With their hands still kind of up.
When you said that, he's looking at Heldar again. Keeping an eye out. But not getting closer to him, but keeping a watchful eye in the situation. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I can say anything else at that point.
I would say,
but I would have liked to have used that as like a diversion for he just keeps like kind of talking to her. But if he's already acknowledging that he doesn't know who JB is, like it's clear to her that he might not actually be involved with the actual guild then. Because if she's assuming that JB would have approached new recruits in general as a way to initiate them if they were, so this could be a coincidence. She's not positive though.
I will say he is wearing the same gear as the Dragon Gareth.
What if it's a lie?
It's up to you. So,
yeah.
I would say. No worries. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, not right now.
Okay, sounds good. It is Heldar's turn. Heldar is pretty much just stumbling around, and he. Which direction does it go?
Dude, I'm sorry. I know you said he got a nat 1, but Krig didn't get to go. Is it...
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right, Craig. I apologize. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate
That's
that.
Okay.
Craig. No, Craig, thank you. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm gonna ask him, like, what are your intentions here with Heldar?
The gunslinger looks at you very condescendingly, making you look like, I can't think of a better word, he's like treating you like a child, and said, "Isn't it fucking obvious, you brutes? What part of a gun and a sword don't you fucking understand? Do we need a rear?" The drow is. He's not very.
I mean, what? Despite the obvious lack of, or the obvious difference in skin color, I mean, your races are pretty close fairly closely related.
He puts the gun back at you and moves it closer and says, "We are nothing alike." And I would suggest you shut your mouth. Really?
We're reconnected, but we did have to reconnect.
Okay. Okay, are we back on?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, it created another episode I see here. Okay, we're just gonna have to mold them again. All
Well, at
right.
least we got 30 minutes into it.
Yeah. So we're ready? We're good?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So Krig, just to reiterate so that we're because of the disconnect, you were pretty much saying, go ahead, resume about the racist thing.
I mean, obviously, there has been a huge divergence between your two races. But, I mean, your races probably had a common ancestor. Fruit from the same tree and such.
He points the gun at you and says, "We are not fucking alike."
I didn't say you were alike. I just said,
These have treated my people like absolute shit, and they get what they deserve.
Okay. Now, I can understand being treated like shit. I can understand that, and that was for his people to treat your people that way. It's very, very unfortunate, and I'm sorry about that. But does that mean shouldn't you try and give him a chance to learn, for him and his people to learn the error of their ways?
I don't think we rolled a persuasion check for you, right, Krig? Not for this round. Roll a persuasion check on this. It is more likely that you are to persuade him, especially when Zaymina rolled a nat 20 on that. It's like, I would say the nat 20 with the whole Heldar situation, he's not going after Heldar anymore, so that's done. The hostage is safe. It's more of like, is this guy going to continue this again in the future?
16.
16? All right. So he pretty much, he looks at you and says, I don't have time. Okay. I thought I could come here during the daytime. Okay. Because, I was kind of bored and doing it at night. Wanted to spice it up a bit, right? It's not even sunny outside. So I thought I could get away with this. But now I just realized maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. Maybe I should stick with night. But maybe I'm just wasting my time on this. Maybe there's something else I gotta do.
I would say
Okay.
there are more fruitful ventures in terms of maybe changing things for the better than murdering everybody of a particular race.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Krig?
Yes.
Okay. Top of the... actually, Heldar. He drunkenly is moving here. 5 feet. I would say he got 10 feet. I would say he's a little frantic right now, but he's still drunk. He's right there.
Heldar.
Yeah. It is the Drow Gunslinger's turn.
Hang on, Dan.
Yeah.
We're apparently still having connectivity issues, so I just want to make sure that everyone can see and hear you.
Yeah, I think we've been out for like the last.
Which is weird because.
It was
Okay.
me unfollowing and following again.
Well, once we get back.
Says no.
That's amazing. I love that.
We can't, Tyler, but even if we want to.
I was expecting full-on combat again, and it just didn't happen.
Sorry.
I
You
mean,
guys are bad. I mean, like,
Zamina has no interest in fighting someone that is
No.
potentially part of her own guild, even if they're making a fool of themselves.
I mean,
Hey,
In the daylight, exactly. She has.
like doesn't harm have these doom raiders.
Yeah, you never know. It's more about clarification, though. I mean, she wants to get this person's name. Like, I want to understand why I'm confused. Because, I mean, out of game, like, killing has to happen, whatever. But in broad daylight, even in rain, like, there's still people around. Like, that's stupid.
yeah, it is.
You're not careful. He's in the middle of making a scene. At least she didn't make a scene. She was that. So that's
He's feel by range. That's no.
true. He's indulging in his rage, so it's like maybe we'll need time.
Are you guys okay if we go a little bit over in the session, or you guys have a hard to stop it?
Maybe a little bit at a time.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, I can still get like 6.5 hours of sleep. I don't mind. Plus, I'm on Thursday, so I don't care. I'm not worried about it.
I'm thinking like maybe like 10:30 or so. That's okay. You guys have like
It's really fortunate. This is like one thing with technology that sucks. Is like you can change nothing,
Yeah.
and everything changes for no reason.
So the end of the first episode, yeah, well, I mean, the first video, and I think that's where it stopped. Just by again, is where he let Hildar or whatever his name is go, and he started stumbling and started moving us. Where that video ends.
Okay. Just end up just quick turn.
Yeah,
The
right.
whole interaction with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And we probably still have it
Recorded.
recorded for YouTube. And just a lot of people didn't get to hear it.
no worries, no worries.
Yeah, just letting you know.
Okay, well, this
Just
isn't even
finish.
loading for me, so
Thunderstorms are so far west. I almost feel like this is.
I think it's Spectrum
Twitch.
or Twitch.
Yeah, I think it's Twitch because Twitch has been doing this to like everybody.
Well, that makes me feel a little better, but still, we're in an issue.
Well, just keep recording and I guess keep just put it on YouTube the announcement if we can. It's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but what can you do? You know.
Well, Twitch is the issue here. There's not anything that we would deal with regardless. So, yeah. Get for recordings.
So I guess should we reschedule, or we just still try and see if we can do something with it? This is like it's actual. I mean, it's not internet directly, so Discord stuff. It's more of this Twitch platform, right?
Yeah, it's a Twitch platform. Like so, like even the big name streamers are having issues with like Twitch, like just dropping stream like randomly, and so it's kind of up to you guys. Like if you want to keep going and post it later, or I mean, I don't even know what's going on with Cal's end, so I can't like.
I can't even get on Twitch. It's just not even loading. Everything else is working except for Twitch.
I'm able to access it.
Like Cal's like able to go to our page, like the roleplay page, but even when you're like trying to stream, it'll be down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You want like as long as it's to record, our little thing here. We always do the session offline and upload it to YouTube.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
I
That's what I was implying, but that's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
mind
fine
that. If you want to reschedule like tomorrow or Thursday, if you guys can, we can also just do an impromptu. But if we have this issue again,
Right.
you know, kind of like,
If we wanted to do it on Thursday, I don't work on Friday this week. Or if we want to continue, I'm recording that time too. But it's not having our people as well.
Yeah, the only thing I have Thursday is I can just cancel that. That's not a problem. So I can do Thursday, but that is easier for people.
I just wrote it. I can do whatever day you guys want.
I can do Thursday.
I can do Thursday. I'm completely fine with it.
Yeah, I was getting excited.
I know, I've been thinking about this all day.
This weekend, I was like,
Like an extra day at work.
yeah. Okay. I did see D&D with you yesterday. It was really good.
Good. I really want to see it.
It
Are
is-
you going to get the Wheel too?
I missed it. I wanted to see it.
Yeah, Blood Honey.
What?
Yeah, there's a whole movie called Blood Honey or Blood Honey or whatever. It's real. I haven't seen it in theater.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess otherwise I'm okay with doing it just not live. I mean, it's just like us playing in person, normal, so it doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not today, but like, I mean, we could just have to hop on to listen, you know, just make comments while we're playing. Like, you know, just have background noise. But
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. I don't mind rescheduling, but I don't mind just doing it as a YouTube video for now.
Yeah, my whole thing is the only factor I'm thinking about is just Cal's sleep schedule because I would like to do a full 12-hour like session today.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I recorded at 8 by you guys, no, 49, sorry, by you guys now. And
Well,
like,
it's 15 minutes so far, Dan. So if we continue, we could just go like 5 or 10 minutes over, or we could just go 15 minutes to finish up this segment now, use that for the YouTube, and then just do start from there on Thursday. And it's almost like we did like a 3-hour session if you want. So if you want to finish up this little,
We can finish up this combat and then
I will say this, just there wouldn't be much more combat with it. We're looking at probably like a couple minutes.
Right. Well, at least we're not
So-
stopping in the middle of the combat.
Exactly. Well, the thing, like, it's not quite finished, but it's nearly finished because I knew I got the next one, and you guys pretty much rolled high on your persuasions. I mean, yeah, like when you did that one stuff, I did bring it up, but then, I mean, with other, like I did like 3 persuasion checks on this. I wanted to see if you got like 3 checks on persuasion, and you did. So it actually kind of worked out. So
Well,
I don't want.
I was going to say that as a shortcut. You want to just talk to us about how the rest of this would go out, and if we have anything as our characters, we can. But just like normal talking, then you can do a summary of that on Thursday.
Yeah,
The entire situation.
basically he would cast darkness in the area, and he would escape. Most of you guys are going to try to track him down, but he's going to cast darkness, and then he's going to be running at start to fight.
I mean, unless I can see him through darkness, I'm probably not.
is there
worried
any
about
sort of way we could get so he could give us like some verbal confirmation that like he's not okay? So
He, I'll say Craig, he was very, I say this in the most polite way, he's very turned off by your conversation in the beginning, because he's a very condescending, he looks down on like people with a smaller intelligence, you don't have smaller intelligence, it's basically like, well, what are you gonna do with him? He's like, what do you fucking think I'm gonna do? Like, he's just an ignorant piece of shit. So he was kind of turned off from that in the beginning, and since he knew that you did get into his head with the last persuasion check about thinking himself he needed time for himself to think, and he didn't want to talk to anyone. He think the best thing to do would be to just get out and not be seen again. And Helder's after the darkness goes, like Helder's still there. He's fine.
All right.
I will say that. Unless if there's anything else you wanted to talk about, or if you feel like something, because I don't want to like dismiss it. That's not my intention.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think how this character would think, and he isn't a nice, ultimately nice character. He has strict value, and that's killing the elves and half elves. And you did reach out to him, but it still was more the fact that persuasion Helder really switched. Then that's what he did. And the other persuasion was for him not to fight you guys, or he's looking to
I mean, the only reason I asked that is because am I accomplishing my quest,
I see.
my objective, with him escaping, but like letting
I see.
Helder go? Like, is there? I guess it's not a guarantee that he's not going to kill anybody else, but is like.
I see what you mean now. Yeah, I will. So, and I was kind of trying to convince him to get it, and we had the internet problems that I'm just like, it was a little down my mind. So basically, he was thinking about possibly finding another way to have an outlet on this, or think of something else, instead of going to this area, killing the elves and half elves every time you left. So you did stop that, which was the ultimate goal. And the Helder's safe.
So he is basically confirmed as being the one who's been doing this.
Mostly, yeah, he pretty much confessed in front of you guys.
Yeah, that's interesting. Just because.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and so I will also say, to kind of end it on a good note here, each of you, we can find it here.
Level up to level 3. Thank you.
Each of you do get, it's pretty much like you're gonna let, I'll say you write a letter to, Deville or something. You're gonna let him know, right? Deville and Gyro.
I'm sorry. What? Sorry.
Are you going to let Deville, I assume you're right to Deville and or send a paper or something and let him know about this, right?
Yeah, I will send paper burn.
Are you gonna use the
I
letter?
would wait. I would like wait a couple days just to be sure that this is over. But I believe the problem has been resolved.
Okay, then I will say I'm not going to do anything. But once you send him a paper bird or a letter or something like that, so that one of them knows, then I will tell you what the rule is. All right, but until then, since it's still pending and you're not sending anything quite yet, then I'm not going to say.
I was saying in the letter that like just to be like let me know if there's any more. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were physically waiting a couple days before sending the letter.
Yeah, I want to say in the letter that I believe the issue has been resolved.
Okay.
The individual responsible is not dead, but I believe that I believe they've been dealt with.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and then you're going to send that to him right away, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, great. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, so basically, I will say just add it to your to all three of you, Daniela, Miki, and Krig. You each get 50.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I'm not sure.
For Craig, you definitely get 1 round in Zentar infection. Miki and Daniela, just confirm you're not going to be in Zentar. Is that right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't say no, but I probably won't be for right now.
I'm gonna say yes, just to go for it, because maybe I don't really know. But
Okay.
Miki's just gonna do it just to like be like, oh, I'm a part of something.
So just to double check, so Oz, you are a member of Forest Grey and Harbors, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Daniela, you're a member of Breaking Gareth. Is that you're not doing Harbors, right? Just Breaking Gareth. Okay.
Yes. And then I'm going to say my explanation for it is just because she feels like as long as she has allies that are part of these other guilds, she doesn't necessarily have to. She can still get information out of them if she needs.
Of course.
And with how tumultuous it has been with these guilds, I think she's in her best interest to not get too involved with too many of them as much as she wants to.
That makes sense. Like, I think that's what Daniela would do too. Definitely, use as much energy as they can, but it doesn't work right.
Gotcha.
Very good. And then Craig and Miki, both of you are in Zentar and Harbors, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think
Okay, I just want to double check to make sure both of you are in Harbors and Zentar.
I don't remember what's going on with Harbors.
I briefly talked to that force.
You were in the
Oh, I mean, I went along to the upper. I didn't necessarily feel like I was.
Did you put the pin on?
Yeah, I did put the pin on, didn't I?
You did, but I'm just going to confirm. Like you did at the time, but you don't have to pursue that anymore if you don't want to.
Yeah, it was more like an initiation if you want
Yeah,
to. But I think
that's
it's verbally confirming with them that you want to is like another way to do it. Or completing the quest, you know.
And for my peace of mind, I want to know like which factions are you guys in, so that when I sweep your renown, I know which factions are actually getting that to you and giving those benefits.
I guess for now I will do both, but I guess I'm really kind of focusing on the Zentarum.
Okay, so I will say for right now, both of you are in Harper's and Zentar at the moment. And if Craig, if you choose, like if you're given Harper's question, choose not to take it, then that is entirely up to you. Just you may get questions asked, perhaps, as to why the change, but it is entirely up to you how you handle it.
Right.
It makes it interesting for you guys. I mean, all the same drama with this drought. I mean, I was like, well, I was kind of there wasn't gonna be problems, so this is an issue that I might have to snuff out myself, or maybe that'll be another side thing to do with because like, they can't have road members. I'm assuming. But I did want to ask Dan, is there anything? Cause I know like not to be racist, but a lot of droughts do have very similar features. Does this drought have anything that would distinguish him outside of other droughts she has seen in the city, or as part of the Brentag? Before you answer, if you need me to roll like a perception check or something to further confirm me, if I see it, that's fine.
I mean, I will say like with your natural perception and just like characters in general, like the Kimarie brought a really good point when we were first doing this. Like I'm also going based off just like character personalities too and like what they can do. I don't want you to have to roll for this because I think it would be pretty apparent you kind of read people every time you see them, especially in this case when he was reading you. Let me see here. And I apologize, please.
You're good.
Yeah. I don't think they actually give me. See here.
I mean, I figured they probably wouldn't if this is part of the book, but I mean, that's if there is, or does I know this isn't because, like I said, maybe there's a future quest from JD or someone else like, well, gotta take care of the studio's info. You know, so it's like she's not too worried about it, but
I would say he has an X, a scar X on his left cheek.
an X scar on his left cheek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's important. It is
Yeah.
very important for reasons that I can't say.
X on the cheek.
X on the left cheek. Yeah.
Oh, is that what you mean is important without saying?
The character itself.
Oh, okay.
Because there may be some recognition down the road in case you guys come across this character again.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I have to keep tabs on that.
Too much.
I'm checking one more thing. Okay, so then I can't do yet. there's just I found this there's a separate book that deals with all the quests that you guys do for factions and it expands on it. So I've been actually using that. This is the book only gives me a paragraph of what happens. So all the other details and stuff is from this separate document that I'm going through. Like Ira, the demon was not in the book. This was a separate thing. So that's why it's 43 pages long. It's 43 pages long. I didn't like this.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, so that was I'm gonna look at Breaking Gear for 1 second. I think we did that already. Let's see. Okay, you're really Breaking Gear. Harper's trying to now.
We're live now.
We're live.
Oh, just now it is.
Now just loaded, yeah.
Okay, so you back live because I like making announcements if we can.
All right, we've been recording this whole time, so yeah, we're fine. Make an announcement. We're live.
We're live now. Okay. Hey, everyone. Are we? Please tell me. I'll tell you what. We're just gonna go with it. We're live. I really apologize, guys. We had Twitch problems during this whole time. It's been unfortunate because we really wanted to share the stream with you today. So from what I understand, I just want to double check with you. We're gonna redo this. We want to reschedule to Thursday, same time, right? Yep. Okay. Good. We're good. Okay. So please tune in to Roleplay this Thursday, April 6th at 8 p.m. Central Time. And we love you very much. And this is Roleplay.
Roleplay.
Hey guys, we'll see you Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday.